So hi, welcome to Good Noise Podcast. You're here with Alex from Young Culture. We're going to ask him some questions today. I'm going to start. What inspired you to start the band, and why is that the band named Young Culture?
Gotcha, no worries. First off, just want to say thank you guys for having me. But
Thank you for coming
yeah,
on.
of course, of course. What started the band was me and Gabe, who plays guitar in our band. We became friends probably like when we were like 11 in like sixth grade, and we were like he didn't play music before he met me, but I like kind of taught him how to play guitar, and then we from there we were in like a different band together, and that kind of like fizzled apart. And then you can find the early Young Culture demos, and then that turned into what is Young Culture,
Hmm.
and that pretty much just started our senior year of high school. It's been about I think 4 years now, and so from there, the band name, honestly, where it comes from is we just kind of like came up with a bunch of names, me and Gabe, and we put them in a list, and we both had Young Culture, but to add on to that, it's just like it really fits the name because like it's kind of what our music is and like kind of what it like stands for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Wait, so are you
that's it.
saying like you both had like two lists of band names and you both had Young Culture on it?
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
exactly what
god,
I
that
mean.
is so
That
cool.
is awesome.
Wow.
I know, it's crazy, right?
Wow. It's meant to be. Oh my god. That's cool.
It was meant to be destiny.
So what would you say your writing process is like?
Well, when we started out too, like it's kind of grown because we've like added band members in and whatever. Because when it started out, it was just me and Gabe, but I would pretty much just like write most of the songs on like acoustic guitar, which I still do like a lot of the time. That still
Mhm.
is like a good majority of the songs. I'll just like go with my acoustic guitar and write these songs, and then like get like the skeleton down, and then kind of like take it to the cutting room, and like we'll just like you know make it into like a full band song or whatever. But as of lately, it's more of like a collaborative thing. Like Gabe's really good at making like beats on like his computer, and we'll get a lot of song ideas from that. And our guitarist Troy is like an incredible guitar player, so he'll just send me like guitar riffs and stuff, and then I'll like write lyrics. But it's more collaborative now than it was before, really.
That's cool. Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So how do you feel about the reception to your new singles, Holiday in Vegas and I'll Be There?
Yeah, no, it's been awesome. I would say like you know, timing wise for I'll Be There was a little difficult
Hmm.
to comprehend, but when we put out Holiday in Vegas, we knew like that was like the first one that we wanted to put out this year because it's just kind of like a fun, no frill single. It's just like a fun pop rock song. It's pretty
Hmm.
straightforward. So we're like, all right, this is a good one to start out with. I'll Be There. Um, you know, that one was more of a more had more meaning to it, and that one was one that we kind of had been sitting on for a while that I knew was really special, and yeah, no, as far as reception goes, I'm always grateful. I'm always grateful whenever anybody listens to it, but especially this time around, like just with the state of our nation and the world right now, and we had the song plan to come out for so long, like we really struggled with, is it the right time to put out, this song into
Hmm.
the world?
Yeah.
And ultimately we decided to not do the music video right now at this. But yeah, no, ultimately I'm really glad we have the best fans in the world. They seriously are so supportive and amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just for my 2 cents, I thought they were very good. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah, that was good. I'm a huge fan of them. So
Thanks,
yeah. Um,
thanks.
so where was your headspace when you were writing those two singles?
So pretty much with Holiday in Vegas, that's an example of a song where Troy had written a guitar part and like kind of just like sent me like a voice memo, that you can do on your phone. He sent me a voice memo of just like a riff that he was playing, and
Mhm.
and then I kind of like figured it out on guitar, and then like the lyrics came, and that one, like I said, like I was just trying to write like a fun song. I was kind of in a mindset of writing a lot of like pop songs, so I was like, all right, I want to write like go back to Young Culture roots and like write like a really good like pop rock song.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and so that one was the mindset for that. And like that one, I literally probably just like sat down and wrote that one in like an hour or two. And you know, like sometimes those are the best songs.
Yeah.
I'll Be There. Yeah, I'll Be There. That one came along kind of like the opposite of that, where like Gabe had made like a beat, because that one's more like electronic, and he made like a beat on his computer, and I like loved it. And it still is very similar to how like how the song turned out.
Mm-hmm.
And I like loved it, and I just knew I had to do justice for it. And I wanted to write this song about unity and togetherness and about like community.
Mm-hmm.
And that one actually took a little longer to write, but it eventually came together. And it's just a simple song, you know. And so my mindset for that one absolutely was just feeling like, you know, we needed community, and we needed to all stand together. So more or less.
All right.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Thanks.
So I called into the hotline and I spoke to Troy. He said the hotline was your idea. So like, it's so different. Can you tell me like what was going on in your head, how you came up with that idea?
Yeah, of course.
All right.
So yeah, like I said, like we planned this rollout a while back, probably around when COVID quarantine started, and pretty much we wanted to target it. Like I said, it's a song about unity and community and togetherness, and we wanted to target it to our fan base at a time when people are feeling, you know, lonely and low. And it's like, you know, because that's the message of the song. I'll be there for you when you need me.
Mm-hmm.
I promise you I'm never leaving. And I was just trying to think of ways to get creative with it. And I thought, you know, like doing like a hotline where people can literally call and talk to us, and like something very personal and you know, I don't know where I got the idea from. I think I've seen other people do similar things, but nothing like that. And
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know. It was just great though, because like we got to talk to all of our like friends and family and fans, and just like it was amazing. It was a really great couple of days. But yeah, I don't know. It was really great.
Yeah. I think it was a super cool idea, and I've personally never seen any bands do it. I know bands do like the
thanks.
texting thing, but nobody actually sits down and talks to their fans like one-on-one like that. So
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, it was fun.
yeah.
So, are your two newest singles, Holiday in Vegas and I'll Be There, leading up to an album? And if they are, can you tell us, like, literally anything about the album?
There's not too much that I can really say about it right now, and that just being because I don't know too much. A lot of it's really up in the air. For us, of our musician friends, 2020 got kind of fudged because of COVID, you know, and it's like a lot of things got canceled. Pretty much every tour that we had booked for 2020 is canceled, I think, along with, you know, everybody else. So as far as the album goes, we're not really sure what to do with it right now. So, you know, I will say that these two singles are songs that we recorded for the album, and at the time. Yeah, just right now it's pretty uncertain, but I mean, yeah, there is an album. I will say that there is a debut Young Culture album, and yeah, it's my favorite thing we've ever done. But right now it's just all very uncertain, so we're just sitting on it. I guess it's the only way I can really say it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right.
Yeah.
Excited though. Very
yes,
excited.
very excited. So I know you said you have a music video for. All right. So I know you said you have a music video for that new single you guys just dropped, but the release obviously got pushed back. Is there anything you can tell us about that music video in particular?
Yeah, absolutely. So like I said, you know, like our plan initially was to have the music video come out with the song because it's like incredible, but like, you know, right when we started this rollout was the same day or the day before after that the death of George Floyd happened, and that was something that really struck me band really hard. Like we care about it, like so much, and we just it really was just like a terrifying thing to happen, and we were confused because we had this really awesome rollout, but it wasn't like the right time to be bringing something like that into the world, like our music video and whatnot, because it's a very happy, uplifting, positive thing. And before we were going to put out the song and the video, we decided to pull the video for the time being, because it's just not what the world needs right now. You know, I mean, like the song has a good message for people to hear, but you know, like I think that we need to just hear the message for it first. But anyways, yeah, the music video will be coming out eventually. It's really fun. I don't want to give away too much about it, but it's something that is completely out of our ballpark. You know, I think the song and this video are two like very different things that we've never approached before. So yeah, I'm excited for people to see it. Should be coming out, you know, whenever the time is right, whenever we feel like it's appropriate.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
All
fair.
hmm
So, because we're all stuck inside with you know, quarantine and everything, what bands have you been listening to pass the time?
Oh man, I'm gonna look at my Apple quick. Take a look at this.
All right.
Okay.
Because there's been a lot, like, you know, I really have been enjoying the new 1975 album.
Oh,
That's
yes.
been,
Yes.
yeah. You know, you got great taste in music, Lori. You know
Thank you. Oh my god. Finally.
Yeah.
Someone said it.
Finally. God.
Yeah. I've really been listening to this band called Heim, who's a really great band. Phoebe Bridgers, who's like an awesome like folk singer, I've been listening to a bit. I think there's this new. I don't really like Machine Gun Kelly, but there's this new song that he put out.
Uh-huh.
I think it's
Yeah.
Valentine.
Yeah,
I think
Bloody
that song is
Valentine
bomb.
slaps. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I know it's
I love
one
that
of those
band.
songs. Yeah, it's one of those songs where I was just like, oh, like I don't know if I want to like this, but it's so good.
Yeah, it slaps. It slaps. It's good. It's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
so yeah, it's just a few of them.
All right.
Wow.
Uh,
Your music taste. I'm sorry. It's amazing.
Gloria's
Yeah,
giving it the
feeling-
chef's kiss.
Yeah.
Mwah. So when you're writing music, what artists are your biggest inspirations?
Oh man. Well, I can say this from an early age. What really got me into this type of music was when I was at like an FYE when I was like in I think like first or second grade, and From Under the Cork Tree by Fall Out Boy had just came out, and I heard like Sugar We're Going Down, and I like begged my mom to get the album, and that was like what like really got me into this type of music. But I'd say like nowadays my like music influence has kind of just shifted to more of, you know, like kind of like R&B and pop and hip hop kind of stuff, because that's kind of what I got into more in my high school years. But it's funny how it all kind of like loops back around to the things that, you know, I was really into in my formative years. But as far as influences go, it's really just everyday life and you know, just the people that I meet. Like I can honestly say that like the people in my life influence me creatively and, you know, artistically more than anything else. So I guess that's the main thing for me.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Again. Oh my god. Okay.
Mm.
So on your EP, you have a feature with Derek from State Champs. How did you meet? How did that collab happen?
Right. So Derek's been a good friend of ours for a long time, and just seriously one of the most incredible people, extremely humble, and so talented at what he does. It's insane. But yeah, no, we had known him for like a little bit because he's from the same hometown as us, and so his band was getting pretty big when we were like starting high school, and so long story short, when we went out to record that first album, when we were in high school, me and Gabe were, I think, just graduating sophomore year. We had like these managers, and they sent us out to a place called Panda Studios in California, and they were like, all right, like we're gonna do that. Derek's gonna go produce it, and that's when we became really good friends, and you know, and it was just kind of like a no-brainer, like to have him do like a feature on the album too, and yeah, it was great. I still listen to that song every once in a while, and I'm like, yeah, this is a bop.
Yeah, it is.
Thanks.
So I saw you guys on the Have Mercy tour before all this shit went down, and how did you guys get on the Have Mercy final tour? Are you with? And And what was it like doing a tour like that? Because I know the emotions were high. I was at the Asbury show,
yeah.
so
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's great. I don't know if we met at the Asbury show or not, but that's cool that you were there.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's it was you're completely right. It was a very emotional tour. Our amazing booking agent, Jason Parent, got us on that, and yeah, like it was crazy, like because obviously like Have Mercy was a band that that I was into for a long time, and the whole tour was just very emotional, and some nights better than others, but it was just like it was a very emotional tour, and it was incredible. Like I will say this first tour, know anybody on the tour like ahead of time, and became like best friends with a band called Fredo Disco that was on the tour.
Oh, that's cool.
And became very close with Selfish Things and Have Mercy. Like it was just such an amazing tour full of like camaraderie and friendship, and yeah, I wish that it got a proper ending, but everything happens for a reason, I'd like to think.
Yeah.
That was very wholesome.
Thanks.
So, do you have a favorite memory from that tour?
From that tour?
Yeah.
Oh man. Favorite memory from the whole tour?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I will say this much, like I remember like the first leg of the tour, like the East Coast leg was just incredible. It was such a movie, and like we were all having so much fun together. And I just particularly remember the show in Tampa. For some reason I never have a great time in Florida. I mean, I have nothing against it, but yeah, I just it's just always like I don't know, I always feel like something goes wrong, but we had this incredible day in Tampa where all of us were all hanging out, and we were all on this like strip, and there were we were in this city called Ybor City, and it's just got chickens everywhere, and like they just roam the streets, and like we were all just walking around the city, and like we I don't know, like I couldn't even pinpoint to you like one thing in particular that was so amazing about it, but when you just have those days when it's just like, wow, like such a fucking, excuse my language, such a beautiful day, like, and yeah, it was just great, and the show was great. So that day in Tampa is just something where it's like, I'll always remember that, I'll always think back to how incredible that was. And yeah.
So just that
Couldn't
day.
say why.
And all right.
Right.
Yeah. So do you have any pre-show rituals?
More or less so. I do try to warm up my voice every time, and I do like this like YouTube video. It's like a 5-minute warm up, 5-minute vocal warm up that Eric from Heart Attack made when I was on tour with them one time, and it works for me like every time. And like I've always wanted to look for like a vocal warm up that works for me, and that one I still do like even before I practice. So I guess that's a big one. Drink a lot of water. And just during the day get a lot of sleep. Like any of the guys in my band will tell you, like if I'm not like driving and we're in the van going somewhere, like I'm dead asleep the whole time. I love sleeping, so
Yeah.
Sleep's
I
great.
guess, yeah.
Hell yeah.
So, do you have a top 3 like list of songs to play live?
Ooh, top 3 list of songs to play live. I'm assuming you mean like our songs, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, all right. Well, I really enjoy playing Drift live, which is usually the one that we play last. On this last tour, we played Holiday in Vegas, and that one's awesome. It's always so much fun playing like new songs. And another one, a song called Pure Gold that we have. Off of our second EP, Blue. That one is so much fun to play live, and it's just people. It's like a bop, so people always like jump to it, kind of, and I think that's like so much fun,
Yeah. So what is your dream venue to play in? Need me to say that again?
Oh yeah, sorry, I think it cut out.
Okay. So what is your dream venue to play in?
Wow, dream venue to play in. Well, you want to know what's something funny is like starting this, I've played like a few of them, which is like insane. Yeah, I mean, like the smaller scale ones, like one that was a huge milestone for us was Chain Reaction in Anaheim, California. Yeah, because like growing up, like just like so many videos I watched, like you see that like corny sign in the background that just says like Chain Reaction and just so many iconic bands played there, and so that was an amazing one. And now we played that one a few times. And then on the Have Mercy tour, we played L.A. and we played the Roxy Theater, which was which I was like, I should not be here. Like that was incredible. But other than that, like there's still a lot of venues in New York City, now that I really want to play, that just for some reason we never have, like Webster Hall and Gramercy Theater and Terminal 5 and things like that. And then obviously there's Madison Square Garden, and that's kind of the pinnacle. You don't really get much bigger than that. Yeah.
Well, once quarantine ends, I hope you get to do that.
Yeah, they're playing
Madison Square Garden.
Selling out Madison Square Garden.
Oh, I'm speaking it to an existence.
Hell yeah.
Of course. So where do you see the band in the next 5 years?
Man, I'll say this much. In some aspects, I'm further ahead of than where I would have ever thought I would have been, and I'm not, So like I've tried to not really project where I think that we'll be and what I think we'll be doing, because expectations can be a funny thing. They're great when they're met, but it's really sad when it's not. But in the next 5 years, like, I'll tell you this much, like, I know that we'll still be working hard and doing exactly what we do, because like one thing that's true about Young Culture out of is, everything we've done is organic, and we never did anything like the wrong way. It's just like we've always stuck to our gut and like done what we thought is right. And I think that I just see ourselves continuing to do that, and hopefully that makes for a very genuine and incredible future, because that's what we're trying to set ourselves up for. So those are the things I can hope for, and by that time I think we definitely will have our first album out.
Hell yeah.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
Please.
So for the last couple of questions, we're going to shift away from music and go straight to death row.
Yeah.
So if you're on death row, what would your last meal be with a drink?
Ooh, okay, all right. Man, I know I sound boring, but I'm a big water drinker. But if I have to say, like, it's like my last drink, I'm gonna go for like a nice Pinot Noir or something, like a glass of wine.
All right.
And then for food, oh man, it's either, I guess I should pick one. Probably a Chipotle burrito.
Okay. All right. Solid.
Wait.
Yeah.
What fillings though?
Ooh, okay.
Exactly.
All right.
See?
All right, so this is gonna be, that's true, right? Because it's a vague thing.
Yeah.
It's very exactly.
All right. Well, since it's my death row wish and I don't have to pay extra for guac and queso, put that on there. I would do brown rice, pinto beans,
Ooh.
chicken,
All right.
mild and medium salsa,
Nice.
sour cream and cheese. Yeah, and then guac and queso, because whatever, it's my last meal. It doesn't matter how I feel the next day.
Exactly. Solid.
Yeah.
So, if you could live in one fictional world for a week, where would you live?
One fictional world. Hogwarts, Harry Potter world.
All
All right. What house?
Mm-hmm. Ooh, I would like to think that I'd be Gryffindor, but
Okay.
I always think that I'd be in Ravenclaw for some reason.
Ravenclaw's
No.
good. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, as long as it's not Slytherin, I think we're in the clear.
Yeah, that's
Exactly,
fair.
yeah.
That's fair.
And I have the honor of asking the last question. Most people say it's the most important question. What is your
All
favorite
right.
color?
Favorite color? Oh man, I hate to be this guy, changes so often, but I will say this right now, I'm very into green. I'm very into the color green, and I'm very into just nature colors, and yeah, so green. That's the one I'm going with.
All right, it's like a naturey green. Okay.
Nature green.
Yes.
Solid.
So as I said, that's all the questions we have for you. Is there anything you would like
Yeah.
to plug?
Yeah, no, I just want to say, if you haven't checked out the music, you can check it out. It's on, whatever, Spotify, Apple Music, Anywhere you look, we're on all social medias. I just want to say, right now we're in a really crazy time, and I don't know if by the time that this comes out that we'll still be in it, but I just want to make it clear that Black Lives Matter, and we stand with every person of color, everybody that is fighting for the same cause as us. We're always going to be an ally, and if it's something that you don't know much about, I think it's important that we all get educated, because right now we're living in a time that we really need to stand together and be a community. So that's my biggest plug right there. That's the
Hell
big
yeah.
plug that you should take away.
Yeah,
Wow.
I respect it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So thank you for staying with us, and congrats on the single release, guys. So this
Yeah.
has been Alex from Young Culture, and we're the Good Noise Podcast.